For they are a people void of sense, lacking in all discernment. If they were wise, they would think about this and gain insight into their future. And then the following verses are about war in Israel, the strangest war ever, perhaps. And this is verse 5784 right here. So that is the year in the Hebrew calendar that we're in currently. So again, were they wise? They would meditate about this and gain insight into their future. And again, the following verses are about war. There's no other verse in the Torah that has the same Gematria as this verse, 5784. The value of it is 1661. And I've gone through the entire Torah and the entire Tanakh to see if there are verses that have the same Gematria. There are none in the Torah. There are only two in the entire Hebrew Bible. One of them is Malachi 3:23, and this is actually a famous verse. I will send the prophet Elijah to you before the coming of the awesome, fearful day of God. And we know that Elijah comes before the Messiah, and if you just search up Elijah and Messiah, there are many, many sources that link them. Let's go through a few of them. Before the war of Gog and Magog, a prophet will arise to correct Israel and prepare their hearts. And then it quotes our verse here. He will not come to make the pure impure, nor purify the impure, nor disqualify people who are presumed to have legitimate lineage, nor qualify those who are disqualified. He will only come to bring peace to the world. And then, before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord, and he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of children to their fathers. This verse teaches that Elijah will arrive the day before the coming of the Messiah. Since Elijah did not come the previous day, the Messiah will not come today. Previously, when a man performed a mitzvah, a prophet wrote about it. But now, when a man performs a mitzvah, who writes about it? Elijah writes it, and the Messiah and the Holy One, blessed be He, seal it with their hands. It says, Then they that feared Hashem spoke with one another, and Hashem hearkened and heard, and a book of remembrance was written before him for those that feared Hashem, and that thought upon his name. I have a video from years ago that shows that those who fear Hashem includes the Noahides, so God-fearing non-Jews who follow at least the 7 laws of Noah. If you are any person who believes in one God, this refers to you. And the fearing of Hashem just means that you obey the commandments. According to our tradition, the Messiah from the house of David will reveal himself only after the death of the Messiah of the house of Joseph, so that the process of redemption will begin with the appearance of the prophet Elijah, followed by the Messiah from the house of Joseph, and will be completed with the redemption under the Messiah of the house of David. We are told that the principal function of the prophet Elijah at the time of the preceding the arrival of the Messiah, so the time before the coming of the Messiah, will be to bridge the generation gap between fathers and sons and vice versa, harmonizing their mutual relationships. And then it quotes our verse. The Messiah will have Elijah blow the trumpet, and at the first sound, the primal light which shone before the week of creation will reappear, and at the second sound, the dead will arise, and with the swiftness of wind assemble around the Messiah from all corners of the earth. At the third sound, the Shekinah will become visible to all. The mountains will be razed, or burned, at the fourth sound, and the temple will stand in complete perfection as Ezekiel described it.